Madame Tising Region was tired. Years of battles and diplomatic disputes had taken their toll. She was exhausted, and yet the kingdoms would not let her rest. With every new problem that arose among the kingdoms, it was Madame Region who would be called upon to settle it. But Madame Region never set out for power or acclaim. In her youth, she was moved and inspired by her deep love of stories. She learned magic to aid in her self-assumed quest to breathe in the legends and epics as they happened. But now, she was tired. So when she was offered a position in reality craft at the Atelma School of Magic, she leapt upon the offer, thinking that this would be it. This would be the opportunity for retirement that she had been longing for. It wasn't.
Please, just take some time off. We'll pay you.
Time off for what?
To reverse the transformation.
Sorry, can't.
Why?
Do you know how hard it is to come back to a class after a substitute has taken over for a day? Also, in my vast experience, I can say with confidence that this is, unfortunately, irreversible. My apologies, headmaster.
You didn't even try.
You can't prove that. No, get out. I have a class to teach. Hello, hello, class. How are you? Oh, you can't hear my music. Hold on. I mean, like someone said earlier, what's what's a VTuber debut without a little scuff, right? Oh, there we go. How are you guys all doing today? How did you like the lore video? Let me tell you, I did not know when I was starting the VTuber nonsense that there'd be so much graphic design involved. Literally so much graphic design. But I think it turned out okay. Pips was beautiful and adorable, and just, she's adorable. And mine happened. So why don't we move on to the introduction? So I would like to welcome you all to Reality Craft 101. Yes, I know I am a pigeon now, and you might not have been expecting that. But don't worry, you're not in the wrong class. I have just decided, you know what, I can teach class fine as a pigeon. You don't need, like, hands or whatever to teach a class, so why bother going through the hassle of getting the transformation? Okay, listen, I teach so many students every day. I need caffeine. Coffee is the best form of caffeine, but sometimes you just need a stronger hit than what a delicate coffee blend can give you. So with that said, let's get started. First and foremost, I would like to take a moment of silence as we remember the dearly departed Kai Chinzu. Sometimes it's almost like I can still hear his voice. Anyway, so who am I? My name is Tising Region. Oh, Pip. Yes, what's Sway's hand in there? Do you have a question for me, Pip? Or are you just raising raising a little flame in the air in honor of the dearly departed? Remembering our fallen hero, as you should. In all seriousness, I do want to thank Kai just so much. We would not be here. I would not know how OBS works. honestly, I would not even have started this whole venture if I hadn't been friends with Kai Chinzu. So shout out to the beyond, the great beyond where the graduated go. May he rest in peace. So my name is Teasing Region, but you guys can call me Region, or Madam, depending on your vibe and how formal you want to be. My age, it is not polite to ask a lady her age, and it is doubly not polite to ask a pigeon her age. So I would like for you to just be aware that while I am older than 21, I am younger than 21,000, and just know that I exist somewhere in that sphere. So my birthday is on November 2nd. It is coming up very, very soon, and we are going to do some fun stuff for that. I have a few ideas planned, and I'm hoping to get some more ideas from the community, but just keep that in mind. For my height, I'm currently about 6 inches tall. As for my race, I am a pigeon, as you can see, a beautiful, cute little pigeon. I don't have many facial expressions because I am a pigeon, and I can't really move my wings a little bit without being a bit dysphoric. So this is what I look like now and about the extent of what it can do. But honestly, I'm kind of happy with my new form, despite the headmaster every single morning before class coming into my room and being like, "Oh, Madam Regent, you need to reverse the transformation. The kingdoms need you. What are we going to do if there's another demon lord?" And I'm just like, sorry, I'm a bird. But normally I do come from the elegant race of the Nenya. Right now, my occupation is professor, though years and years and years and years and years and years ago, I was a general, but that was a past life and I don't really like to think about it. My Oshi marks are the caterpillar and the silverware. I don't really think I need to explain that. So, for my likes, I'm not going to lie, you guys, for the likes and dislikes, it's a little hard for me to come up with some things, but I love stories. I adore stories. And honestly, stories can come in so many different forms, just so many different forms. Like, when I say I love stories, I'm talking about everything from books, movies, TV shows, to like the Am I the Asshole on Reddit, like that subreddit, to like little short stories posted on Tumblr, fan fiction, like the stories that are in like Taylor Swift songs. I just love all stories. And ants, yes, I saw someone, some ghost whisper about ants in chat. I honestly, before I turned into a pigeon, never gave them much of a thought before. But listen, it's got the nicest crunch. The nicest crunch. Like, you want to say potato chips have a crunch, like, yeah, sure, but ants, especially deep fried, little bit of barbecue seasoning, even just salt and pepper vinegar. It's great. Honestly, don't knock it till you try it. It's a world of textures that you've never experienced before. I also really like musicals. I know Pip mentioned a few, and I don't want to go over things that she said too much, but I also really love Epic the Musical. My favorite song from it is probably Will Be Fine. I don't know if you guys are in the Epic the Musical fandom, but there's this one animatic, of Will Be Fine made by a very well-known person in the community. I'm blanking on her name, but it is just the cutest little thing. And I honestly didn't think much of Will Be Fine before that. Obviously, it was a beautiful song. But after I watched the animatic where Athena gives Telemachus a little high five that she didn't give Odysseus before, oh, my heart melted. My heart melted. I love Death Note. I love Epic the Musical. I also really love Death Note the Musical. No, not Epic Games, Fortnite. I've played Fortnite a handful of times in my life and I sucked every single time. But if you guys have not heard of Death Note the Musical, Fortnite the Musical, God no. What would that even look like? I mean, they have enough emotes. They have enough emotes that there could definitely be a Fortnite the Musical. It's cursed. It's a cursed thought indeed. But hypothetically, yes, probably possible. Okay, Shrek the Musical, I have torn feelings about. It is a guilty pleasure, and and emphasis on the guilty. I'm ashamed to say that I actually kind of vibe with Shrek the Musical and SpongeBob the Musical. Oh, I don't understand Twitch. You also know Death Note the Musical. I've been trying to get both Pip and Leon to watch the video of it on YouTube with me. So fingers crossed they'll say yes eventually. So moving on, I also really, really like karaoke. I like singing with friends. I like going to karaoke bars. I just really love karaoke. At my graduate residency program, we did a karaoke night, and someone cracked out the moonshine. I won't say names, but some pigeon, I won't say names, but somebody cracked out the moonshine, and I don't remember any of it, but I have been told reliably that it was a lot of fun. I also really love coffee, and yes, there is homework. I also okay, Gideon, there is I have actually set Death Note the Musical as homework in my class before. 100%. And it wasn't extra credit or anything like that. It was fully just they had to write a reflection on Death Note the Musical. But on to coffee. I really, really love coffee. I'm also, though, the opposite of a coffee snob. It doesn't matter what form the coffee comes in, how expensive, how cheap, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's sweet, whether it's just straight up black. I love all coffee. Obviously, I enjoy different kinds depending on different days. Like on a hot day, there's nothing better than just an iced straight Americano, in my opinion. But on cold days, I just love snuggling up with just a giant mug of chocolatey dark roast that's like mixed with like very thick chocolate and just like foaming on top. Yeah, so I'm not like a coffee snob. I just love all coffee, but I can appreciate like a well-made cup. Gingerbread latte is peak. Gingerbread latte is amazing. I also really love D&D. I know Pip said this, and so we will definitely have to do a Fowl Play D&D stream at some point. But I have been the DM a handful of times, and I have been a player in Dungeons and Dragons a handful of more times, and I've loved every single version. So whether I'm the DM or whether I'm a player, I don't care. I just really love playing D&D, especially if it's with people I'm really good friends with, like I am with both Pip and Leon. So stay tuned for that. I also really love butterflies, which I know is kind of really random, but I love the aesthetic of them. I love seeing them in art. I like the cultural like theming around like what butterflies mean to different cultures. I love looking into that. And I also have really good childhood memories of butterflies. So I live along the monarch butterfly migration path, and good luck narrowing that down because it's an enormous path. But I just remember that when I was a kid, I would go out with a bunch of my friends and we would catch monarch butterflies and tag them. And we would then release them to like help track their migration pattern. And it was a very fond memory of mine, just running through a flower field, catching butterflies with like 30 other kids. And so that's a very fond memory, very close to my heart. And so I've just always loved butterflies. I also really love K-pop. I will absolutely rant about K-pop at length throughout my time streaming. I just really love K-pop. Hello, Blindsight Blue. Good to have you. So if you guys are familiar with the bands Twice, BTS, Teen Top, those are like my favorites. I also really like Stray Kids, so I will be talking about them occasionally. And I added this just to annoy Pip. The pregnant man emoji. You should absolutely use the pregnant man emoji as often as you can in Discord. She loves it. Who's my bias? Thank you for asking, Alter. I don't have one because I cannot pick. It changes on the day. Right now, I'm a little bit biased more towards Jungkook in BTS. Though I do occasionally switch to Felix of Stray Kids, and then I'll go to Namjoon of BTS. Like, BTS is my alt group, and I love all of those guys equally, but I think I like Jungkook's music that he's been putting out, like, solo the most. Yes, Jinjini, if that's how you say your name, that is why you've been seeing that emoji used often. That's me and Leon trolling Pip. All right, moving on. So my dislikes. I had even more struggle like coming up with the dislikes than I did with coming up with my likes, because I like most things, but just a random assortment of things I don't like. So like moldy socks, politics, morning people, I sincerely believe were put here on the earth just to try my patience. Unflavored water. Like, yes, stay hydrated, queens. Like, yes, you absolutely should. But, like, come on, at least put a little bit of lemon in there, right? And then fantasy and fiction settings in which the world's politics and culture and socioeconomics are not fully fleshed out. Like, come on. Like, come on. That's just a waste, right? Like, if you're going to go into the effort of writing a fantasy story, you're not going to tell me about how they, you know, how the people respond to their political leaders. You're not going to tell me about the economics of the world. You're not going to tell me about how the different cultures interact. Like, come on. Like, come on. That's a waste. So that's a big what do you mean, how the hell, what do I do to socks for them to get moldy? I live with a man, so I don't know what he did with them, and I don't. Yes, Sakri. Yes, Gideon. Yes. What you would say that, Kaichinzu? You would say that. All right. Moving on. So anime and manga. So I do have to admit that I am a bit of a noob when it comes to both anime and manga. I have been aware of the entire sphere for a very, very long time, but I have this really bad habit where if I love a piece of media, I will consume the same media over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So all of these you see on the screen here, I have consumed in multiple forms over and over and over and over again since I first watched them. But especially Yuri on Ice. Oh, I know, Maru. I was so upset when I heard that they canceled the movie for Yuri on Ice. I actually cried. I'm not even kidding. I genuinely cried. But so Yuri on Ice, I think, was probably the first anime that I really got invested in. I will not spoil it at all. And if you have not seen Yuri on Ice, I genuinely think that you should go see it. But if for those of you who know, episode 10 shook me. Like, the end of episode 10 reframes how you view the entire storyline, and I just love seeing that kind of creativity in plot structure. It's so good. Spy Family, Pip mentioned it. I also really love Spy Family. I don't normally like anime with a ton of romance in it, but Spy Family does it so well. It's so sweet, it's so cute, it's so beautiful that I just cannot help but be so invested in the family dynamic. Bofuri is also a really, really fun anime. If you liked like the beginning of Sword Art Online but were disappointed in it later on, Bofuri is if Sword Art Online was good. What about Cory in the House? I don't know what that is. It is a wholesome romance in Spy Family. You don't know anything about Yuri on Ice, except for that one moment when a skater crashed face first into a wall of the ice rink. Honestly, you should go watch it. I don't want to say anything more about it, except it is one of the most beautiful love stories I've ever seen. I also really like Death Note. The musical, of course, but also the anime and the manga. Though I am of the opinion that the dubbed version of Death Note is I like better than the subbed. I'm not saying it's superior. I'm just saying I like it more because of the sole reason that the English voice actor for L is like Derek from Barbie and Princess and the Pauper, and so I know what that version of L sounds like when he's singing a Barbie song. So it's okay. I am allowed to be a heretic because I'm a witch. I also really love Overlord. I prefer the light novel of Overlord. I've read all, like 17 light novels. But I thought that the anime did a really good job capturing like the excitement and the magic and the wonder of the anime. Okay, I gotta really hurry up. So I'm just going to skip past these, except I am going to say it's coming up to spooky season. Miruka-chan. If you are really into horror but don't like being too scared, like if you like the vibe of horror but do not really like, like the slasher or like actually being scared. You just like the vibe. Miruka-chan is a very, very fun anime that has like the Halloween-y vibes, but isn't really too scary. So I highly recommend that one. Speeding up. My favorite video games is every Pokemon, every Legend of Zelda, Baldur's Gate, Final Fantasy, but especially 13 through 15. I love management sims just in general. Sims 4, I will just fully spend 13 hours straight and forget to eat playing Sims 4. Doki Doki Literature Club, if you know, you know. And I also have recently started getting into Faz with Pip and Leon, and it's been a ton of fun. I am yet to win a single round in Faz, but that's okay. My favorite Pokemon? It's Pidgey. I'm not, like, that's not even a joke. I genuinely really, really love Pidgey, especially the final evolution Pidgeot. I just think it's such a beautiful Pokemon, and genuinely, if I were in the Pokemon universe, I would want to have a Pidgeot because I could fly whenever I wanted. Like, you get it right outside your door, and then if you raise it well, eventually you can just fly. Like, I would never have to drive again. Like, that is a dream. I don't ever want to drive again. So, goals what you can expect. This is going to go really quick. So my goal is I really, really, really would love to reach 20 live viewer average by the end of the year. And this is because the average class size for the classes that I teach in real life are 20 students. And it would be really, really cool if I could hit that average both IRL as well as on stream. I was thinking about attempting a monthly donation goal where if it is met, the community, that is you guys, would get to vote on a game that I will buy to play the following month. And this is because I haven't really played a lot of games. Like I said, when I find something that I love, I just play it forever. I just play it forever and ever and ever, and I never branch out. So this is a way both to get me out of my comfort zone and also to, you know, put food on my table, because teachers get paid in approximately 2 shiny pennies and a firm handshake from the head of the school. I would love to work towards getting a custom model. Not that I do not love this beautiful little pigeon here, but I think a custom model would be a lot of fun. I would love to have a lot of community involvement for both game nights as well as for karaoke. I think that would be so much fun. And if you guys have heard of Thankmas, Jacksepticeye puts it on every single year in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and he donates to a charity, usually World Kitchen. And I just think it's such a wonderful cause, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to participate in it. And I was also hoping that we could do a Christmas subathon. So that is like my short-term goals for by the end of the year. Well, not getting the custom model. Custom model is a future long-term goal, but the rest is mostly short-term goals, and I hope I'm not setting the bar too high, but that is what I'm at right now. And so for my hashtags for fan art, so I've already received some lovely fan art from Crafty Witch on Discord and here on Twitch, Crafty Witch Lady. And if you do fan art, which I would love it if you do, hashtag pigeon pics is the best way to have me see it, as well as putting it on the Discord in the fan art channel. For general, it'd be hashtag Madam Region. For memes, if you have any pigeon memes, I would love to see it. If you have any memes from streams, that would be fun too. Use the hashtag meming region. For questions or like fan fiction recs about, like, if you have a question on how to write well, any tips on writing or on English, the language in general, I am sincerely, I know this maybe has been confusing to people, but I am sincerely a teacher in real life. I teach at a university, so if you have questions, I would love to answer them. Just do the hashtag writing with region, and I will do my best to answer them. And for lives, I will start doing the hashtag region right now. I just realized I forgot to do that when I tweeted about going live this time. But you know what? We live and we learn. And here's my schedule for the first week. Fate willing, because I've been having a little bit of trouble with my computer. So in the future, the fan art will go in the little box where you have my girl from my lore video that I drew. So I would love to replace that with beautiful art that you guys made. On Monday and Tuesday, I want to play Undertale. So you see, I have never played Undertale ever, like in my life. And then on Thursday and Friday, I would love to play Stardew Valley. I tried it once, with a friend, and I did not get very far. And so I would love to give it another shot. And then on Saturday, I will want to play Final Fantasy XIV. I already have a character and an account, but I've just not been able to to really log in and play as much as I've wanted, just because I've been so busy. So that's the plan for now. And I'm sorry I'm rushing a little bit. I'm running out of time, and it's going to be time for Leon to debut, and I'm super excited for that, because not only is Leon's debut going to be beautiful and wonderful and lovely and fantastic, and you all need to go watch, but we also are debuting our first cover song with Ready for This. That's going to be debuting immediately after his debut, and I really, really hope that you all listen to it, because we worked crazy hard on not just recording this song, and thank you once more to Kai Chinzu for mixing it for us, but also the music video that literally we were putting finishing touches on until 3 a.m. this morning, and then again like immediately right before stream. So a little nervous about that, but we hope you all join us. And that is all for now. I'm going to switch to Zatsu and then try and pull Leon up so I can spam in the chat his link. But yeah, that was my intro debut. Sorry for any scuffedness. Sorry for I just feel like I need to apologize for being silly and being nervous. I don't think I'll be this nervous for like actual streams. Oh, whoa. Shut up. I don't want to listen to you. There we go. There's the chat. There's him. And I'm going to raid him as soon as he's up. As soon as I get the notification that he's up, I am going to raid him. So I hope you guys all will join him. Thank you. You guys are really, really nice. I cannot even begin to express how nervous I was about this. So you guys have been very, very sweet and very, very welcoming. And also, I did not know that there was like a community of bird VTubers until like a couple. It was PIGEON was the one who approached me, and I saw them in chat today. And so thank you. Oh, it looks like Leon is live now. So I'm going to raid, let's see if I can do this. LeonBreadgrave, if I can spell it right. Invalid username, excellent. Okay, let me try one more time. Raid, LeonBreadgrave. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Guys, get into the van. We're going to Leon's house. This is my duck, and I love him very much. And please give him all of your support. Okay. We in? Okay. Bye. Thanks for stopping by and supporting my debut.